Hi, my name is Abby, and this is Teen Money Talks, where I build up your financial literacy skills one question at a time. Today, we're talking about budgeting. Now, before you click off because that word sounds boring or stressful, I promise this isn't just about spreadsheets, cutting out the fun of having money, or tracking every single dollar that you spend. It's about how to tell where your money should go, instead of wondering where all your money went. When I first learned about budgeting, I thought it meant restriction. I thought it meant I couldn't spend my money freely. I couldn't spend my money at all. But budgeting is not actually a restriction. Instead, budgeting is just a plan. It's a plan that lets you spend without feeling guilty, but also save without feeling like you're missing out. And as a teen, that matters a lot. I first got a debit card when I was 13. I didn't know how to budget back then, and I thought that I wasn't buying anything huge. I wasn't spending so much money on expensive clothes, and I just overall didn't think that I was spending that much money. But once I started boarding school as a 16-year-old, my card kept running out. It was on vending machine snacks, taking Ubers every day, and even just having any random meal with my friends going out. It's the only few dollars purchases that become the big purchases. And budgeting isn't just about big purchases that you make. The small ones that you don't notice become those big purchases. As teens, most of us get money in one of these three ways. Number one is having an allowance, doing chores around the house, or getting birthday or holiday money from your parents, from your family, or even just having a part-time job. But whatever it is where we get our money, it's usually very limited, and that means that every dollar has a job, even if you don't realize it yet. The simplest budgeting method that I've used, which you can literally do on anything, on a piece of paper, on your computer, on your iPad, you can just write it down. Take the money that you earn in a week or even just in a month and split it into three categories. Split it into the needs, your wants, and what you want to save for the future. That's all that you need to do. An example of needs, which are things that you actually have to pay for, can be school supplies, transportation, hygiene items to take care of yourself, medicine, or basic food if you don't have any food covered by your school. For me, it was mostly school supplies and transportation. These are the purchases that always come first. Now, wants are things that can be fun for you, or things that you've been saving up your money and that you've been really asking for and really wanting to buy. For example, they could be snacks, just as simple as snacks, but it can also be on buying a birthday present for your friend, getting yourself a present because you deserve it, or just going out for shopping, and even just entertainment like watching a movie. And the most important thing to know is that wants are not bad. And budgeting is not there for you to stop wanting to buy things. Budgeting is there to decide how much you can afford to buy. For example, I realized this year, at the beginning of the year, that I was spending way too much money on vending machine snacks than I thought. I would just get one even just once a week when I felt hungry. But that turned out to be so much, and it was so costly. So instead of cutting out snacks completely, I set a rule for myself. Instead of buying snacks from the vending machine whenever I get hungry, I just go to Target and Costco at the beginning of each month or whenever I run out of my snacks and buy the snacks that I want in bulk. That way, I can just go to my room and I can just grab a snack I want whenever I get hungry instead of having to pay the price of one product that is so expensive and so costly when I can buy for the same price or with better value at Target and Costco in bulk. The next category, and the last one, is saving up for yourself in the future. This is a category that I feel like most teens aren't so aware of, not because we don't care, but it's mostly because we feel like the future is far away, when in reality, the future is really close to us. So, Saving up for the future you is more like having a savings. It can be emergency money, it can be college money, or it can be money you don't use until you really need to use it. It doesn't matter how much it is. It could be $1, it could be $5, because saving isn't just about the amount of money that you have, but it's about keeping up the habit of saving your money. And you'll be really grateful that you saved up that money in the future. Trust me. Another thing that budgeting taught me, and something that I think is really important, is that there's a difference between impulse spending when you're just like, oh my gosh, I see that, I really want it, I'm just going to get it now, rather than intentional spending, where you've been saving up for it for a really long time at this point, and you finally feel like, oh, I have enough money now, I'm going to buy it. Impulse spending, it only feels good for a little bit, and you don't even know the full extent to the use of the product that you bought, and then you become regretful for your purchase. Whereas intentional spending, you planned for it, so you already will feel good, even so much after you purchased it. Now, before you buy something, I think that you should do this. This is what I did. I asked myself, did I plan to buy this? Would I rather have this, or would I rather just save the money up for later? And is this helping me in any sort of way, or am I just using it for my own entertainment? But now I'm choosing my purchases rather than just buying it and reacting to the purchase. My challenge for you this week, if you aren't already doing it, is to write down how much money you get every week or month and where it usually goes, and then make a small note on a change that you can make to what your money habits have been. No pressure, no perfection. Just be aware of how you're using and spending your money. Now, money isn't just about being rich, but it's about being confident enough to spend your money, and also being smart about spending your money. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next week.